All right, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar. And before I hop into this spiritual hydration, first and foremost, I would like to give all praises to the Most High in their true Paleo Hebrew names and in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. So with that, I would like to say, Kal Halayim, Yahawah, Bahashim, Yahawashah, Bahashim, Ha Rakah Kodashim Maf. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahar1 Ban Yasharallah. Shalom to you. Shalom to the Akim, the brothers, and the women and children that sincerely believe, man. All right. So the spiritual hydration today is actually backing off a lesson that another brother did, and when he brought out verse 2 in his scripture, it stuck out to me, man, and I just wanted to touch on it just a little bit, and I pray and hope that this lesson is edifying and are encouraging. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 61, starting at verse 1. It says, and this is a psalm of David. It says, "Hear my cry, O Yahawah, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I." And that's the main point I wanted to get. It says, lead me to the rock that is higher than I, man. And because when that scripture got brought out, the first phrase that came to my mind was the phrase vantage point. And when I was younger, I used to love watching those wilderness survival shows, where they go out in nature and they survive. Dual survival, man versus wild, Bear Grylls, all of that stuff. But a common thing while they out trying to survive in the wilderness, whenever they trying to get their bearings or clarity, or they would seek out a vantage point, which is typically a point it's usually like of higher elevation, so you can get a better viewpoint of what's going on, what's going around you, So in the spiritual sense, that's where I'm going with this lesson is YAHAWASHI, is that spiritual vantage point, man. As we navigating this modern day wilderness, that Esau has created, man. Sometimes you got to seek out that vantage point, to gain clarity, of what's going on around you, man. Maybe what direction you need to go. If you need to change course a little bit, you can you'll see once. I'm finna pull it up right now. So I just typed in a wilderness survival scenario, what's the importance of finding a vantage point, right? And here's some of the key benefits of finding a vantage point. It says maximize visibility for rescuers, right? Because when you're out in the wilderness, you want to be seen to be rescued. So it says you become a larger, easier to spot target for search parties from above, man. And in that sense, man, YAHAWASHI is that vantage point because and through the Spirit of the Lord, YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, and his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and doing the work, we seeking out that vantage point, man, we maximize our visibility unto the Father, Yahweh, going through the mediator, or that vantage point, YAHAWASHI. We maximize our visibility, man. By shining our light, going to that vantage point and shining our light, man, we maximize our visibility unto the Father, Yahweh, man. He looking down on this dark earth, and he's seeing these lights popping up everywhere, maximizing our visibility for rescuers, man, because hopefully in that day of judgment, Lord willing, man, the Lord will rescue you, because you made yourself visible, through that vantage point, man, YAHAWASHI. All right. And it says locate resources, spot water sources, glinting light, animal activity, or suitable shelters, so on and so forth, right? So one of the main things also seeking the vantage point is locating resources, man. Spot water sources, water, wisdom, man. Sometimes you got to go to that vantage point, YAHAWASHI, man, just seeking some more water, seeking some more wisdom. All right. Glinting light, light reflecting off anything. Sometimes you got to go to that vantage point, seeking some more light, man. You want to be increased in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Or animal activity, because during a survival situation as well, man, you got to eat, you got to feed yourself, but the spiritual food we eat in this day and age is Salaki, and it's truth we eat, the spiritual food, man, the word, So sometimes you got to go to that vantage point and seek out some spiritual food, man, some books to read, some chapters to study, some lessons to watch, so on and so forth. All right, another benefit is to assess your surroundings, understand terrain, potential threats, and escape routes without moving into danger, man. All right, so sometimes you got to go to that vantage point, again, being YAHAWASHI, to assess and shoot, ask for help for potential threats, man. Man, wicked thoughts are temptations, are just simply just simply procrastination, or something threatening to your path, your walk, man. Sometimes you got to go and seek guidance and help to deal with them potential threats. All right, and it says, and escape routes without moving into danger, man. All right, because going to that vantage point, YAHAWASHI, man, he'll lead you and guide you through the spirit, to escape and maneuver around said dangers and such. All right, and it says conserve energy. Instead of wandering, you gather vital information from one spot, saving energy and preventing injury, man. All right, man, going to that vantage point, YAHAWASHI, is going to save you energy, in this wilderness, man. Instead of wandering or worrying or, or stressing out or whatever the case may be, man, go to that vantage point, man. Say a prayer unto the Lord, YAHAWASHI. That's going to conserve so much energy and so much, and so much time and it's just going to eliminate. It's just going to eliminate. It's just going to eliminate things that whereas you would have spent time and energy on, worrying about, when all you had to do, man, just take it to. Take it to YAHAWASHI, man. Take it to that vantage point, man. Conserve your energy, pray, meditate, and read also, because, man, the answer is right in the book most of the times, man. And the last one is orientation and navigation. It says determine directions and find landmarks to plan your next moves if necessary, man. And that one is a big one too, because, man, you go to that vantage point, YAHAWASHI, and you're able to see direction, man. And if you need to course adjust, because you might be, you might be going this, but you need to adjust this a little bit to the south or the north or whatever the case may be, But man, determine direction, man. Sometimes you got to ask the Lord for direction, where I go next, what I read next, what's my next step, Lord. But man, I kind of like, I pray and hope that the point was made, man, of that analogy, man, of YAHAWASHI being a vantage point in this, spiritual wilderness that we in, man, and man. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.